Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Doujinshi, and welcome back to another episode of Hentai Reviews, the only series where we review Redo of a Healer. You know, the series based around a guy who can heal people, and he heals people just about as much as the American healthcare system. A little bit in the beginning. Rest of it peters off a little bit. But enough of those sorts of jokes. I bet you're wondering why I'm here telling you about another episode. Well, I've been doing this for a bit. I have no idea why you're asking that now. You could have asked that like 6 months ago. But the fact that we have 85 fucking subscribers sitting around deciding to watch a video every once in a while makes me incredibly happy that so many people have decided to be here to see me do my shtick. And I cannot be thankful enough for each and every one of you. To those who are curious about all this sorts of stuff, I recommend watching my other videos. I'm a lot less, I'm pretty much the same in most of them, except for the very, very early videos. I would recommend not watching those, because those are when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So we were on our way to 100 subscribers, and we're really fucking close. I don't understand how that's possible, because I started out not realizing that 20 was an achievable goal. But enough about that, let's go ahead and get into the actual series right now. Today we're going to be looking at Redo of a Healer episode 9. If you want to know the length of it, the tags, and everything else, I've done that in the first few episodes of it. And if you want to catch up on the entire series without actually having to watch it, it's a slight bit faster to actually just watch the reviews instead of actually watching the show. Because trust me, the show gets dark in the very beginning, so I'd recommend watching my reviews over it, in case you just want to watch me feel bad instead of actually feeling bad yourselves. Episode 9 starts off with exactly where the last episode left off, with the main character, Haru, getting busy with both of his traveling companions, as the new girl, a black-winged demon, shows up and is like, "Hey, can you not have sex while I'm in the room?" And he's like, "Why? I have no shame about this," and stands up near her. They get a nice fun shot of the dick shadow meme from recently. Oddly enough, there's more than one meme that's been created from this show that has to do with his dick. Number 1 is the smack. Number 2 is the shadow. And I gotta appreciate the fact that they're on brand with this sorts of thing. It leads into the opening of the entire thing, and they and their new guest enjoy breakfast and discuss the plans that they are going to do for about 5-6 minutes. But the first 6 minutes is just them discussing what they're going to do. You know, find the plague god bird of disease and try to help get that thing on their side, because you know what's amazing about being a healer? Associating yourself with birds and diseases. You will never have the kind of drip that plague doctors do. Those people knew style before style was a thing. That's why style is in Italy and nowhere else. Everybody else looks cringe, except for plague doctors. Sorry to say. I don't make the rules. I only make up literally everything I say. Kiara then goes to investigate the recent attack. You know, the one from the last episode where a whole bunch of cow people burst in from the side of the wall and burned down a building that was minding its own damn business, and then was rudely accosted. So he goes to visit there, and as soon as he shows up, he has a different face, but they smell him and attack him immediately. He jumps up, does an anime kickflip knife to the side of the animal, they freak out, and they run away. So then it cuts to them to Kiara bringing the food and the loot back to the place that he was going. And to prepare for the next thing that they're going to do, they actually start preparing all the actual equipment that they're going to need and the mindset they need to get into. And they prepare, as in, hey, dangerous mission, time to fuck. Which leads into scene 1 of 1. There's one scene in this entire show, which is a little, I don't want to say it's tame, but this one is definitely the shortest of them all. Scene 1 lasts from 12 minutes to 12 minutes and 55 seconds. On the dot to on the dot. relatively modest, a small amount of time. I guess they're definitely just building up the story for what's going on here, and they're not really focusing on the anime titties of various different people, and I gotta respect the restraint. They then track the attacker from before, and in a way to kind of, as Robert Downey Jr. so eagerly put it, discombobulate. To do that, he takes a very, very, very strong aphrodisiac, throws it directly at the giant cow, and then just kind of lets it see what's going to happen. Cow runs into the tent, finds a random guy, and you can guess what happens there. If you don't know what aphrodisiac is, look it up or ask your parents. They'll probably tell you. And then they'll ask you why you're asking these sorts of questions. And then he does what any normal person does after you just watch a cow have vigorous sex with another unwilling participant. And he has Setsuna, the little wolf girl, kill one of them, and then he uses his healing abilities to break the arms and legs of the other two, dig a huge hole, and then put them down at the bottom. Which is something I'd like to talk about for a second. This motherfucker has healing in his abilities. He is the hero of recovery. He is a healer. But this motherfucker acts more like, I don't know, like a D&D cleric. He's not a healer. Yeah, healing is a thing that he can do, but half the time he puts his hand on somebody, says heal, and then the motherfucker passes out or explodes. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure most clerics learn power word kill. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. If I'm not wrong, what the fuck? Okay, that rant is over. Kind of a pointless one, but let's keep going. He then has the hole covered in ice by Setsuna, and he interrogates them, asking about what's going on and why they're doing all this sorts of thing. For reference, the cow is also down there with them. And he says, oh, don't worry, if you tell me what's going on, I'll let you out. And they tell him why they're doing it, because she, the black-winged little girl that they picked up, is in line to become the Demon King. Nice that they're so progressive about giving a female the title of king. I wonder if they'll give a male the character of queen. Oh wait, there was already somebody who had that. Rest in peace, Freddie Mercury. You were the best. And he does something nice and says, don't worry, I won't lie, you can get out of here in 1 week. And they're like, what? Why would you do this? Do this. And he's like, don't worry, you got a ton of food down there, like that huge cow. Or the cow has a ton of food and is going to eat you. And then it gets really dark for half a second as you hear like the cow standing back up and a lot of screaming. As they're walking away, he laughs maniacally because he's a sociopath. And now he's not even doing this for revenge. He's just doing this because he's a dick. Yeah, like somebody tried to kill you, but like, you had so much worse done to you, and some of the people have just outright died. Like, you can take it one way or the other. You don't need to torture everybody that tries to kill you. You can just kill them immediately. You can do it. But nonetheless, it then cuts to them going into a new inn they're sleeping in now that they don't have to stay out in a barn somewhere, apparently. And it cuts to the next day where he goes shopping with Freya for a new staff since her old one is a little cracked and busted. She's like, I like this one. So he pays for it. He does some magic to it to make it work a little bit better. Probably made it a +1 staff. I don't know. Oh. And then the shopkeeper, who is really, really hot. I'm gonna say it right there. Says, wow, you can do that? Hey, if you can do that for 2 other stabs, I'll give you back a third of your money. He's like, how about half the money? Honey. And then there's like, correct me if I'm just having like a gay moment, but there's a little bit of sexual tension between like the way they're staring at each other and like bargaining. I'm like, can you fuck anything that moves or anything that wants to be a part of your party. I don't think you're above fucking another dude to get like a discount. Because I'm definitely not. That guy's hot. And I would do it if the staff wasn't involved. Or it might be. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not. To which case, he starts noticing a lot of people are running away. He gets his money, and he's like, oh shit, I should probably see what's going on. So, disappear. He's in the top of a clock tower, and he looks down, he's like, why is everybody going? And he sees a formation of a whole bunch of people in knight's armor, and he's like, oh, that's why. Looks a little bit closer. A certain small pink-haired girl, he's like, oh shit, that's Norn, the princess's sister. That's not good. And then he looks a little bit closer, like, who's that next to it? And then it turns out it's Blade, one of the heroes, who is secretly a horrible, horrible person, because apparently everybody who's a hero is a horrible person. But I can't really say anything about this, because I've seen firsthand what they can do, and I want this motherfucker dead. And it's been brought to my attention that this was not, in fact, a girl, it was a dude, and I was confused for half a second, but now I'm on the gender equality route of I want you dead, regardless of what's in your pants. You're just a horrible person. So yeah, that's going to be my reasoning for the overall review of this episode. It actually draws you in. It's lighthearted at moments, because there's a lot of like, the little, Eve, the Blackwing girl saying, hey, can you like not have sex when I'm in the room? And he's like, I have no idea why you would find that uncomfortable in the slightest. It's very lighthearted humor in a lot of different parts, with certain parts in between having a lot of story relevance to it. And now that it's brought up to this, I'm going to actually start paying attention a little bit more when I actually get to my reviews. That being said, I'm going to continue watching mainly for the reason that I want to watch Blade get murdered. Yeah, I'm here to watch that light green-haired motherfucker get killed. Power word, killed. And a few other characters I want to see die. But mostly that one. Actually, not mostly that one. Mostly the bullet guy. I want him dead first. Then Blade. And then I want the sister with, like, eyes trained on her at all times. But that's going to go ahead and do it for my review. It took a long time coming, mostly because I took a whole bunch of days off for some reason. Yeah, I started a new position at my job, my ankles were fucked up, and walking on concrete all day will do that to you. So, I really hope this is a return to fashion that everybody's been waiting for, because I still love making these videos, and the fact that 85 people are now subscribed to me is beyond what I've ever thought in my wildest dreams. Thank you everybody for being here. You don't know how much this means to me. Or you do. Maybe other people out there are YouTubers too, and they hit milestones and they're like, whoa! Also, it has been confirmed amongst community members, friends, and reluctant family members that at 1,000 subscribers, when I'm officially able to be monetizable, I will immediately be shutting down that monetizable ability by reviewing Boku no Pico. So, if you want to see that review, 1,000 subscribers. We can do it. We got this far. We can go more than 10 times what we have right now. I have no idea if that's possible, but 1,000 subs, Boku no Pico review. So, now that we have a goal, I'll do my little outro so I can get to editing. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate the hell out of you. So remember, have a nice day. Don't be a dick. There's too many of them. And wash your fucking hands. I've been the Doctor. Peace.